happy because one, I don't have a school to go back to. I just like new beginnings, and I'm happy that you guys are going to school. So there's that. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys a few tutorials based on some trends from Urban Outfitters that are perfect for, you know, like back to school attire, dress code, whatever. I think Urban Outfitters just kills it because it's like casual and laid back, but also very cute at the same time. So it's perfect for school, but not really on the affordable side. You should be saving money because you have like tuition to pay for and books to pay for and stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna be showing you guys some DIYs. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next time that I post. And you know what I realized? I feel like I would be a terrible principal because I'd be like, your outfit is against dress code, but it's cute, so you get a pass, and your outfit is ugly. Detention. I'm just kidding. I hope no one thinks I'm that mean. I'm very nice. I would never do that. I would just be a terrible principal in general. Anyways, I know my hair is very messy today too. I can't put heat in it, so I'm trying to go for this like really cute messy look, but it just looks like a broom. So anyways, I am distracted right now, so let's jump into these tutorials. So first we're going to start off super simple with this crop sweater. For this tutorial you'll need some pins, a seam ripper, scissors, and a regular sweater. So you guys know me, I would normally keep all my oversized sweaters as is, but this one is not big enough to make into a dress, so if that's the case, I like to turn them into cropped sweaters. First, you want to unstitch the waistband from the sweater using your seam ripper. After a little while, I realized that if you unstitch just the seam that is holding only the sweater and the waistband together, and not the serge seam for the seam allowance, it will go by a lot faster. I also wanted to keep the little waistband tag when I re-sewed it, so I pinned it in place just so I wouldn't lose it. Also, sorry guys, the sweater is like not cool. It's not a Champion or a Fila, okay? It's a Russell. Just be nice in the comments. First, I found out where I wanted to cut my sweater in half, and then I folded up the bottom edge to use it as a guide for cutting. Next, add pins to each side of the waistband. Fold it in half to match up those pins, and then add a couple more to the sides. Once that's done, you guys can do the same thing to the sweater. Place the waistband outside of the sweater with both raw edges facing down, match up the front, side, and back pins, and then pin the two pieces together. The sweater is bigger than the waistband, so you're going to have to slightly stretch the pieces together so you could sew it flat. I use a small diagonal stitch as my seam so that it can have a little stretch, but if you guys don't have this specific stitch, then you guys can use just like a regular zigzag stitch. I also sewed the raw edges together with a giant zigzag stitch to kind of serge them together since I don't have a serger, but this isn't really necessary and it's totally optional. I've probably done this tutorial so many times to my sweaters. I don't know why it's taken me so long to make an actual tutorial on this crop sweater. But anyways, yeah, super simple. Literally just move the waistband up. But I like it a lot because it looks finished rather than just like me cutting up my sweater and then it's just like a raw hem and stuff. So yeah. So next I'm going to show you guys how to make this tied top. For this tutorial you'll need pretty much the same exact things along with a button-up top, which I totally feel like is very Urban Outfitters-esque. First step is to cut your top in half at the length that you want. Mine had pockets, so I went as close as I could to the pocket, leaving a little bit of space for the hem. Then you want to fold and pin up the bottom edge of the top to create a hem, aka a tunnel for your drawstring. You guys can either do a rolled hem or just a simple folded hem like the one I'm doing. Once that is done, sew a straight stitch across the bottom. Make sure the hem is about ½ inch wide for your string to fit through. With the leftover scraps, cut out 2 strips. It totally helped that my top had lines, because if not, my strips would be just like a hot mess and like squiggly and everything. But anyways, to connect the two strips, match the corners to make an L shape and then sew straight stitch from these 2 points. This is better when making a drawstring because when you fold it, the seam isn't concentrated in one spot. To create my drawstring, I just folded my strip into 4s. So I folded one side, then the other side, and then I sandwiched that together. You want to do that throughout the whole entire strip and then sew a straight stitch along the edge to hold it all together. Once everything is sewn, you can now thread your drawstring through the tunnel using a safety pin. If you guys are familiar with my tutorials, you guys know that I like to pin one end of the string to the opening just so it doesn't get lost inside of the tunnel. Add the safety pin to the other end and feed it through the tunnel until it comes out of the other side. After that, tie your drawstring together and you are completely done. And here you guys have it, the crop top drawstring button-up top thing. I definitely feel like I would use this kind of crop top all the time because it's not like my crop top is gonna go anywhere because there's a drawstring holding it still. And lastly, for these buckle jeans, you need scissors, pins, yes, 2 extra large dog collars, and a pair of baggy jeans. Cut the leg where you want your split to be, then fold the jeans in half to copy it onto the other leg. Place the collar in the center of the leg and pin this down. From the side seam, cut a diagonal down towards the bottom where the collar is. I like to make a mini slit first to make sure that the diagonals are even for the front and the back side of the leg. Next, you'll repeat the same process to the bottom part. Place the collar in the center of the leg and make slits where you want to cut. Actually, technically, you guys don't really need to cut diagonals and you guys could just leave the legs as is, but I wanted the openings for my cutouts to be more of a diamond shape, but you know what? I think any way would be cute. To prevent the edges from fraying too much, I decided to sew a top stitch all along the raw edges. This will help so that the fray doesn't go past the stitching. Cut off the side of the buckle with a ring and sew it to the front bottom part of your shorts. Then you want to cut here and detach the other side of the buckle from the adjuster, which you guys can throw away afterwards because you won't really need it. Then sew the small strap to the top of the leg. Cut a piece about 4 inches off the long strap and sew this to the center back of the leg. Oh my gosh, sorry, the amount of times I say of the leg. Sorry guys. You guys can also cut the straps if you feel it's a bit too long, which it totally was for me. I also cut the end into a V to make it a bit cuter, and to prevent the ends from fraying, I just lightly melted the ends with a match. And I just love reversing clips because it's so satisfying. And there you guys have it, your dog collar jeans. So these were like my favorite black jeans ever. I don't know if I just ruined them or if I made them better. Some people might say that I ruined them. I like how they turned out, so I would say that I made them better. Do you guys remember that suspender leggings trend? Well, that is basically this, but in jean form. You know what I think is really funny is that the people that just see me walking around on the street, have not seen my tutorial or anything, do not know that I am walking around with extra large dog collars around my leg. Can you stop? All Oliver. Sorry, he has allergies right now, so he's driving me nuts. Anyway, so that concludes my DIY Urban Outfitters back to school tutorials. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up to let me know that. Also, so not this video, but the video prior, a lot of people were saying that I was going too fast in the tutorials, and that's mainly because if I'm doing multiple tutorials in one video, I try not to make the video too long because I don't want you guys to fall asleep on me and stuff like that. So would you guys rather me do less tutorials, like 1 or 2 tutorials in one video, and explain it more and give more steps and show more of like the process, or are you guys okay with me doing 3 to 4 tutorials in one video and kind of just like doing the same thing? I will do majority rules, so definitely comment down below if you guys want less tutorials, more tutorials, keep it the same, change it up. If you guys want to connect with me on social media, all my socials are at thenavarose. Yeah, stay in school, you guys, get good grades. I love you guys all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.